Hi my friends, CA here, and this week's book pick is the young adult book, Aunt Dimity and the Buried Treasure. Lori lives with her husband and 3 kids in a small town just outside of London, England. And the big news in this small town is a new couple that's moved in. Not so much the couple themselves, but the husband has a hobby, which is being a detectorist, using a metal detector and kind of looking for pieces of the past. It intrigues everybody to explore the world that was in their little town, the history of their little town. Some of it opens up old wounds, some of it creates kind of new connections and stories. Along with that layer, she also discovers a piece of jewelry that used to be owned by an old family friend, Aunt Dimity. What makes Aunt Dimity interesting, although she has passed away, Lori still talks to her through a blue journal that she keeps in her room. She writes in this journal and Aunt Dimity writes back. That actually reminded me a lot of like the Harry Potter and the Tom Riddle diary. Not nearly as dark as that, but the whole premise of being able to communicate with the spirit world through writing. Lori and Aunt Dimity have this conversation about a piece of jewelry that Lori had found. Also stirs up sort of raw feelings with Aunt Dimity, and she asks Lori to help her find the gentleman who gave her the jewelry to better explain the circumstances of why they parted ways when they were much younger during the war. There's many facets to the story, which is great. So there's the life in the small village, and now having this metal detector and the secrets and stories that come up in the village is one sort of tale, and really gives you a sense of what perhaps living in a small village would be like. And then there is this whole main adventure, I should say, that Lori goes on between her conversations with Aunt Dimity in the journal and visiting London to kind of retrace steps and find the gentleman who gave Aunt Dimity the bracelet. A gentleman that Aunt Dimity had befriended during the war, but by the name of Badger. Story itself is perfect if you have a young adult who is looking for some romance, a little bit of mystery. This was more of this historical, endearing romance, which I really like. So it's not so much in your face. It is that romantic aspect that you get from watching old movies, and then just the mystery of and going back in time through the stories of some of the characters, what life was like during the war. And so a great story, a fun read for a young adult looking for a little bit of romance with a bit of a mystery twist and a little dash of history tossed in there. It found me wanting, having read the story, when I go back to London someday, try and look for some of the areas that were referenced in this book. That's this week's book pick, the young adult book, Aunt Dimity and the Buried Treasure. If you enjoyed this one, there are many others that you can add on the same premise. I'll include a little more information on the book in the description below, should you be interested in looking for a copy for yourself or getting one as a gift for somebody you know. As always, you can find me here on Wednesdays sharing books for kids or young adults that have a little bit of a geek twist and may not be something that you thought of adding to your home library. If you like this content, want to see more content like it, be sure to give us a little thumbs up. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be made aware of any new content we add to the channel. And until next time, one to beam out. Woo!